Welcome back, everyone. So this video is going to be about 10 things about Ark Mobile that you might not know. Now make sure you watch all the way to the end, because even if you've been playing Ark for a long time, there's a good chance there's at least one or two things in here that you might not have known about. Also, let me know in the comments how many things you did know of these, or how many you didn't, or if you knew them all. Also, I just started a Discord server, so the link will be in the description below. Please feel free to join that or check that out if you want to as well. But bear with me because it is just getting started. Now let's get right into the video. Alright, so as you can see, I have a canteen right here, you can see. And it is empty. Now normally you have to stand in the water to refill it, right? Or use from a water tap. But if you are mounted and your mount is standing in the water and you take your canteen, you can't fill it, but if you put it in your mount, touch it and hit feed, as you see in the bottom right corner, it will fill the canteen in your mount's or your tame's inventory, and you can take it back. So kind of neat. You don't have to leave your tame as long as it's standing in the water to refill your canteen. So pretty cool. Number 2. This is going to be about the snails or acacias. Now there's a few different things about them. I'm going to lump it all into one tip as number 2. So first of all, whenever you first tame a snail or revive one, and I'm going to revive one here to show you. So it's the same whether you revive it or whether you tame it the first time. As soon as you do that, do not look in its inventory. Go in this box, enable wandering, and obviously put it on passive, okay? And then you can whistle to stop following you. So don't look in its inventory, first enable wandering. Then when you open its inventory, it will be full of the max it can hold, which is 100 cementing paste or acacia paste and 100 organic polymer. Now that's the max it can hold. So if you look in there before you enable wandering, it will be empty, so don't do that. Whenever the server restarts, the snail will automatically be completely full of polymer, organic polymer, and cementing paste, as you see here. And as long as you do not look in the snail's inventory, it will not spoil. So right now, this has been here for almost 24 hours. The server is just about ready to restart. And yet this is completely full. It's been like this the whole time. So what you can do is wait until the server is ready to restart. When you see the countdown go down to like a minute or two, go in the snail's inventory, take all, you'll have 100, and then just keep that. And then when the server restarts in a few minutes, the snail will again have another 100. So you can have 200 organic polymer just in like 5 minutes. So that's a little trick, those few things there about the snail. So, but then if you empty it out after the server restarts, if you take the full load, then it will just gain passively like it normally will, the normal amount. It will not be full again, it will just get a few. It will not be totally full until the server restarts. And so the server just restarted, and as I come looking here in my snail, you'll notice the snail has 100 polymer again and 100 paste, as well as in my inventory I have the 100 paste and the 100 polymer that I had from right before the server shut down a few minutes ago. So we have double the amount as we would normally have. Number 3, you can fly in Yeti Cave or Strong Cave. In this room, not in the whole cave, but in this room here, or the majority of this room, and that's why I'm built in here currently. So, but you can't fly past about this point. As you see, I will get dismounted right about here. Right there, can't fly here. So you can fly in all of this part of the Yeti Cave. Also, you cannot go into the final room. You can go right about here. You cannot go any farther, hardly, just right ahead there, and I will get dismounted as well. So from here, the majority of this room, you can fly in all of this, and be just fine. When you're flying with a Griffin and you need stamina, you don't have to land. You never have to land with a Griffin. You could simply hop in the passenger seat like this and wait just a minute, well, not a minute, wait a few seconds, and then hop back in the other seat and your stamina will be full. There you go, as you see. So you never have to land with a Griffin. Very useful in many situations. So here's a good one for you. You might not know this. Now, if you use your Daedon to heal things, obviously his food goes down. So I just healed up my Quetzal here. As you can see, his food is way low in my Daedon. Now, you can load food into him, obviously, whatever you put into him, and he'll eat it and his food will be going up. But it'll take a long time. So you're waiting around, if you need to heal something again, you're waiting around a long time for his food to go up. But as you can see, I loaded all the meat into the Daedon. So all you have to do now is get on something. Now obviously this is going to take me a little longer, and fly out of render distance of your Daedon. And when you return, so just fly out of render range, fly back, and as soon as you come back, it's only been about 20 seconds or so, look at your Daedon, all his food will be gone, and he will have as much food as he ate. So all that meat I put in him is instantly gone. He didn't have to eat it slow. Normally it would take him a long time, and his food is that full. So if I would have put more meat in there, his food would be completely full. So you can fill up your Daedon's food by leaving render range. He will eat everything in his inventory within just a few seconds. As soon as you fly back, he will have eaten all that food and his food will be full. So you probably already know that doors and gates automatically close in Ark Mobile. So you open it, it'll stay open, I don't know, 10, 20 seconds, and it will go closed automatically. But what you might not have known is that if you, when the door is closed, if you unlock it, you see it's unlocked, it then becomes a manual door. What I mean by that is it will no longer close on its own. So you see, if you unlock it when it's closed, you can open it, it will stay open like that indefinitely since it's unlocked. So that can be very helpful sometimes if you're trying to trap something. As you see, this is a trap here I had used. That can help you for that, so it's easier to get it in there. You can just close it manually, or sometimes transporting goods in and out of a base or different things like that can certainly come in handy. Just don't forget to relock it if you're on a PvP server, or you could have problems. Well, not with a trap like this, but if it was on your base. So yeah, it will stay open forever until you relock it again. Now it's locked, it will close in its normal 20 seconds or whatever. So there's another one. Alright, so as you can see here, I have my RG. Now what normally happens when you request something? So here, hit on the request. Now as it says here, all items in his inventory will be lost when requested. Okay, so we accept that and we gotta wait a few minutes. Now he's gonna go to the nearest bed, but all that stuff will be lost as it said there. And as you notice there, he went to the location, but he dropped all the goodies here on the ground. So all his items that he had in his inventory were dropped there. So, and as we come to him here, you can clearly see in his inventory everything was dropped. But there's a way you can do it where that won't happen. Now this can only work with flyers. So I'm going to show you this again and show you how it can be done. So here we have him again, and basically it only works with flyers if your flyer is high enough above land where he can't drop a bag, then that won't happen and they'll keep all their stuff. So if you're high enough above land, and as you can see I put hide back in his inventory, I'm going to show you now. I'm going to fly him up in the sky a little ways. They don't have to be way high, but they have to be up a little ways. And I'm going to jump off, parachute down, and then request him down and show you that he will still have that hide in his inventory. So here we have, he's been requested now a few minutes later. And as we come to him, look into his inventory, there's the hide still in there just like we placed. Now, this works because if they're high enough above ground, they can't drop a bag. They have to be able to drop a bag to drop their stuff. And if they're way up above the land, they can't drop a bag, therefore they keep all their stuff. So it works up in the sky. It also works right above the water, not in rivers and stuff like that, but it will work like over the ocean if it's deep enough that the land is far down deep enough, it won't drop a bag. They can be right above the water and they will request and keep all their inventory. So that's helpful if you need to, hide your bird or put some loot up in the sky. You can do that, parachute down, or put all your gear, even your clothes, into your flyer. Just jump down and kill yourself. You can request them later and all your stuff will come back down with them. So that's very helpful in many situations. So here's one for you. When you're swimming, right? Early on and this pesky piranha are nipping at your feet, you're dying, or you're in PvP and you're trying to come out, every second counts, right? But when you come out of the water, your character does a goofy hop and it just slows you down for a second. You saw how he did right there? Let me go the other way and show you again. You get this goofy hop you do, and it just takes another second. It's just annoying, really, right? See that hop? It slows you down, okay? Same thing in first person. But all you have to do to prevent that, to save yourself a little bit of time, is when you're coming to the end, just be looking slightly down with your camera or level. And he'll just come out and start running, or just start walking. Watch. You won't do that little hop. Let me show you once more. So you come across, if you're looking up like this, you will do that goofy hop. If you're not, if you're looking down or level, you just start running. So that's much nicer. Early on, you're being chased by piranha, or even later on, you're in PvP, you jump in the river. That little hop can really mess you up. So if you're looking down, you won't have that. So that can help you out. So the lesser antidote, what does it do? It is very much underutilized in Ark Mobile. So I'm going to show you a few things that it can do. Very helpful. Now the first thing we're going to look at here, and I'm going to lump these all together as one tip, is Plant X. Now as you see here, I'm running into Plant X, and this is what it will do. It will injure you or hurt you a little bit, slow you down, slow your creatures down, and you can't see, as you saw there. But now notice the difference here as I've eaten the lesser antidote. Look how clear. When you eat it and go against Plant X, your vision remains clear. As you saw, normally your vision in Plant X you get blinded. But when you have the lesser antidote eaten, for the time it lasts, you can see. So it doesn't mess up your vision at all. You will still get injured by it the same, but it just will simply keep your vision clear. Very helpful. Also, if you're dealing with Trudens, if you ever have to face Trudens in a dungeon or whatever, or if somebody has tamed them and using them to guard their base, if you take the lesser antidote, the Trudens will not be able to inflict any torpor or damage on you. As you see here, normally they're inflicting massive amounts of torpor very quickly. You have to constantly be eating the stimulants. But as you can see, I'm eating those stimulants. I'm receiving no torpor damage, so that will help with them. It also works with the Dillos, the spitting dinosaurs. It will keep them from blinding you. They will still damage you, but they won't be able to blind you with their spit. So that's helpful for them. Unfortunately, it does not prevent torpor from any other creatures. The snakes, the spiders, the scorpions, or other individuals shooting you with trank arrows, those still all inflict torpor, even if you have lesser antidote. But it works on those three things: Plant X, Trudens, and the spitting dinosaurs, the Dillos. So that can be very helpful in those situations. So here's another one. How do you get somebody else's collar off of a creature? Now here's a good example. So in this this Tapahara you see here, it has this comfy collar. Now it's not mine, it's my tribe mate's. If I try to unequip it, I can't move it no matter what I do. But I want it off because I want to use this, and I have, let's say, a gold collar. So how do you do it? Well, very simple. You can't take it off, but you can put yours on it. So if you see here, I touch the collar, the pink collar his, I touch my gold collar here, and I hit equip. It will then put my collar on there, and it will put his collar in the creature's inventory. Now once again, I can't take it, I can't move it. I could try to take it, but I can't. It will only stay there, and if the creature dies, he will get it back. But as you see, it is removed. I now have the gold collar on the creature, as you can see. Now, also, let's say I use it now and I'm done. I can then put his collar back on. So I could take mine off because I'm done with mine, and I can go to his right here and equip. So there you go, and I can take my collar back. So that is something you could do to remove a tribe member's collar if you, let's say, have a better one.